because I'm going to put two images side by side. I want to make sure you guys can see them. Okay, so Tia decided to work on a drawing again, and I'm going to just put the process photos up first because I think it's helpful to see. And I like that she showed us both of her process images. Okay, so the one we looked at last week is the one on the left here. And she decided she couldn't quite finish it. She wasn't sure what she liked about it. I think this was the first one with cold press watercolor, and she's now using the hot press watercolor. So she worked more loosely. She changed the color of the background and her approach to the orbs here, and she wanted to know how to help her finish it. So both of the bottom right are the most finished versions of her work. Okay, so the first thing I want to note is I love these orbs. I already posted in the group how much I like them. Tia said apparently her daughter really wanted them to feel more like water, so she decided to trust her daughter, and I'm really glad she did. I think these have much more physicality to them. They feel like a form to me. They feel like floating water orbs. These didn't have as much form to me. There was something about them that still felt kind of like these flat shapes, even though there was some shading in them. They didn't have that same feeling of taking up space in the environment that these do. I feel like these are floating around in the environment and are in that shared atmosphere and space. This, I almost felt like they could almost be in top of or behind. They felt a little more pattern-like. So I really, really like this. And her use of the inversion because of the colors, because it's water and reflective, really smart and nicely done. I also like, she listened to someone's suggestion about lowering the horizon line, the room's kind of edge. I think that's also a really good idea. It gave a little more space for these orbs to be floating around. I think the negative space in here feels a little more comfortable and relaxed, and still very interesting shapes to be working with. I really like that. And there's something about the colors in the background that feel more light and airy and open. And I think that really aligns with the whole floating water orbs, crystally clear kind of feeling. So I feel like the whole background here is a lot more successful and feels a lot more finished to me. What I'd really like to see is, I love this part of the robe on this left one. I think this robe here, this orange and the deep darks in here for some of the folds are gorgeous. And I think this robe is one of the strongest parts of this painting on the left. This whole area is beautiful. And I see some of that going on in here, but I'd love her to keep pushing some of these darks more in this area to help kind of up level it to be as rich in form as this is. I really feel some folds moving forward and around and kind of shifting on the figure in terms of how that part of the robe's laying on this person. And I have a sense of it here, but I feel like it's richer on this one. So I'd like you to take some of that somehow. And then I do think the face could use some more toning. I know you haven't finished it yet, right? I would like some of the same kind of approach to the figure's head on the left on your others to be in this one as well. But I think that could help finish it out. I think you're a lot closer to finished. I would consider too, if you haven't already, using a touch of this blue or green in some of your shadows to help mix your darker shadow areas to help incorporate it. But this already feels harmonized to me, so I don't think you need to worry about it as much. I think you did a good job kind of harmonizing in here. So I hope that gives you some food for thought, Tia, but I think you're almost done. I think it looks great. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to remember, when I offer feedback in here, I'm one person. You could ask a zillion different teachers and peers, and people are going to have different ideas or perspectives to offer you. And that's the power and value of feedback. So it's really important not just to rely on my feedback, but really try to encourage each other and ask each other for help, because it's going to help you be more confident when you make decisions in your art. And it's also going to help you see what you do or don't like. And when you get more feedback, you can sift through it all and go, well, I like what Tia said to me, but I'm not sure actually I'm going to listen to what Carrie said this time. And these are things that'll come with practice. And it's something that you can only get better at through practice.